guys, welcome back. Today's workout is the Ringer 2. So we did already the Ringer 1. Now we're getting to also do Ringer 2. So this workout is burpees and overhead squats. It's very, very fast. It's 15, 10, 5 of the burpees and the overhead squat. The overhead squat is with a barbell at 95 pounds for ladies and 135 pounds for the guys. So it's kind of a moderate weight, but it's not very many reps. You can always, of course, scale this back, or you can go as light as a PVC stick or a broomstick, or even just your hands up overhead. We're going to also finish the day off with our skill strength of 75 sit-ups. So this is going to be slightly faster than when we did the 100 sit-ups. And then we're going to finish off with some splits stretching. For our warm-up, we have 3 rounds through. It's going to be 3 plank circle walks each way. Then we have 5 therapy squats with a hold at the bottom, and then 20 jumping jills followed by 3 cartwheels each way. So that's going to help prepare us for that overhead position. It's also just a bit fun gymnastics skill to do. So those 3 plank circles, you're going to need plenty of space to be able to perform a full circle. It's easier, of course, to do on your hands. You're just going to travel all the way around in a circle. Make sure you have a point of reference for a starting point so that you don't just do a million circles and not know how many you did. Another key thing too is making sure that your hips stay low. We don't want our hips to shoot up super high when we do this. After those plank circles, we go into the 5 therapy squats on the wall. So it's facing the wall as close as you can get. If you can get a little closer each time, that's cool. But the goal of the day is holding at least a definite pause at the bottom of each repetition. So you're here, facing the wall, hands up, squat down. Definite stop before rising back up to the top of your squat. Then those jumping jills. So a jumping jack is this way. A jumping jill is actually like this. So your feet are switching front and back, and your hands are alternating with your feet. 20 jumping jills, and then those 3 cartwheels. So a full cartwheel is from a standing position. You pass through your handstand and follow back onto the other side. It's easier to have kind of like a line or another point of reference to help guide you in that direction. Ideally, your arms and legs stay nice and straight the whole time. As you go through, you're going to do all 3, and then you're going to switch and do 3 with your goofy side. So that goofy side might not be as pretty as your normal side or your regular kicking up side. So a couple ways to modify that is to do kind of like these little tuck barrel roll type things where you stay nice and low to the ground, and you're trying to then travel upside down. Or you can try to elevate your hands, similar to how you would elevate yourself for practicing kick-ups. Here, and you're going to simply place one hand down and over, and then in reverse, like so, okay? It's very dynamic. If you get a little dizzy, just stop. Catch your breath before continuing, okay? After that, we're going to go into a specific warm-up for the burpees. It's going to start with scat push-ups. We're going to do 2 sets. So you'll do a set of 10, take a quick breather, and then another set of 10 scat push-ups. The goal with those scat push-ups is you're reaching and then squeezing your shoulders together, okay? This can be done from a modified kneeling position or from a full plank. You can also further modify this a different way by putting your hands up on top of something, squeezing the shoulder blades together, reaching the hands away. 10 reps there. Then we're going to go into 2 sets of 4 push-ups. Same modifications that you can do. Make sure that our shoulders break forward and our elbows kick backwards on those 4 push-ups. We're trying to get our chest to the deck, thighs to the floor. 4 reps there, 2 times through. Then we're going to start practicing those burpees. We're going to start with 4 step-out burpees. I'll demo from this bench just so you guys can kind of see what that is. We're already going to go straight to the full burpees. So these are not halves for this specific warm-up. We're going to go step out, all the way down, step up, jump and clap from the floor. Kind of like a mountain climber or a lunge with that burpee. Then you're going to do, after 2 sets of that, 2 sets of 4 kick-out burpees where you're placing your hands down, dropping the feet back, and then snapping back up tall for that jump. Okay? After that, we should be plenty warm for those burpees. Lots of volume to make sure that you're ready for the quicker version of that in the workout. For the build-up, we're going to do 4 sets of 5 overhead squats. You just start very, very light. Let's say with a PVC stick. Focus on things that are important, like keeping the chest up tall, keeping the shoulders nice and active. At the bottom position, are your feet flat and are your knees pushing out? Those are things we should be trying to strive for those overhead squats. Ideally, if you can, because this workout is a sprint, go a little heavier in the build-up, especially on that last set, so that when you go to do the workout, you take off a little bit of weight and it feels extra light. That'll help you be more prepared overall for that workout. So, the ringer, part 2, is 15, 10, 5 reps for time of burpees and overhead squats. Again, lots of different ways we can modify that. If you have questions, please ask. So, after you've done that, catch your breath. Don't just lay down on the floor for 10 minutes. Get up, walk around, belly breathe, okay? We're going to go into 75 sit-ups. These 75 sit-ups should be something very similar to what you did for the 100. So if you did ab mat sit-ups then, do ab mat sit-ups now. If you didn't do 100, just do 75-ish% of whatever you did then. That's kind of how we'll scale these 75 sit-ups. It's just 1 round. That's it. Ready, go, do them. After that, we're going to go into some stretching. So we're going to work on our splits today, front splits specifically. It's going to be 3 rounds, 30 seconds of each thing. You'll just rotate through all of them. 3 rounds on one side, 3 rounds on the other. Then, after you've kind of loosened up doing those stretches that we'll go over here in a second, you'll spend 1 to 2 minutes in a front split on both sides. Okay? So there's a couple ways to modify that to make this easier. If you're not quite that flexible, it's okay. You can have something like a med ball or a chair nearby or even a yoga block to help put your hands on to kind of help hold you up so that you don't have to reach so far down, okay? So, in order, these stretches go with a deep lunge. So that deep lunge is just reaching forward here, big long lunge step, okay? Then from there, you're going to go into a runner's lunge, so we're going to drop the elbow. 30 seconds in this position. Then we're going to go back into kneeling hamstring stretch. So you're just rocking back on this leg. Keep that back toe tucked while you do this one. You're just trying to reach for that toe. Okay? Then you're going to take this foot that's straight out in front of you, put it off to a 45 degree. Again, you're reaching forward. My hip just popped. That's how good of a stretch this is. Okay? So 30 seconds through that. 3 rounds on one side, then the other. Then you'll finish out with the full splits. So the best way to do this is to start in a lunge, slowly inch a foot back. You can use something to help hold you up to kind of inch back another leg until eventually you can sink nice and low with your legs straight. You're going to hold this for 1 to 2 minutes on each side, okay? If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. See ya.